Hi everyone, it's Tracy from Downward Dog Rising, and I'm going to give you some Pilates exercises today for knee issues. I actually can't fully straighten my knee right now, and I can't bend it beyond 90 degrees, so I figured I'll make use of it in a way to do some exercises to help strengthen the leg, the other areas. So with that being said, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. My name is Tracy, and we're going to do a little Pilates exercise today, mat work. And with that, if you do have any issues with your knee, you also have to take personal responsibility for yourself, meaning if your knee aches or hurts, then you don't go run on it. You don't go do a long hike or walk on it. You try to avoid things that'll exacerbate the issue. You want to do things that remedy and help it, meaning you could do rest, ice, compression, elevation in the initial stage. You could do rest from overuse because our bodies need time to rest and recuperate. So sometimes if we just keep pushing and working out or cycling or running too much, kickboxing, kung fu, whatever, if you never give your body a chance to recover or rest, you just keep compiling on the issue at hand. So, and I'm guilty of that. I'm sure everybody is. So you just have to recognize when you do it and then do something about it. All right, we're going to start off with core warm-up. My tripod's broken, and so is the area that holds the camera. So I'm going to not touch the camera the entire time, because if I do, it'll fall. I'll wait till the very end, and if it falls, I'll close out and say goodbye. So if it falls, it falls. So let's start off sitting on the mat. Sit up tall, and when I say sit up tall, you're on your sits bones, meaning neutral spine. We're not rounding our back, we're lengthening up out of our pelvis. Collarbones wide. Think of a string lifting through the top of your head, string lifting from breastbone all the way up. Inhale, chest is open. Exhale, I want you to feel like your abdominals pull from the front of the body into the spine and stretch and lengthen up into it. You could reach under your thighs and just do an exhale as your core deepens into the spine. Inhale. Exhale, peel back. Inhale, lengthen up. So you almost want to feel the sides of those ribs. Exhaling, they wrap, they pull around you as the abdominals scoop in and lengthen up. Breathing in. And then exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale 2 more times, breathing in. Exhale, and 1 more time, breathing in, and then exhale. Next exercise, we're going to come down onto our mat, and we're actually going to lie down and do a bridge. And from a lying down position, I want you to do chin nods where your chin goes up and your chin goes down. I'm going to do it sitting so you can see how much I'm moving my head. It's not a lot. Chin nod is just to get the first cervical vertebra, the base of the skull, occiput, moving. Tiny little motion. Okay, you're lying on your back right now. Your head's on the mat. Take tip of nose and make tiny circles up to the ceiling. Tiny circles one way. So our second cervical vertebra is responsible for rotation. Now we're going to go circle the other way. Tiny little circles. I'm doing this seated so you can see what's going on. You're doing this with head down on mat, with or without a pillow. All right, come back center. Okay, next exercise. I think I'll move the mat a little bit further. One of my mats fell off the cliff over here. I could still see it down there, unfortunately. Okay. I I just moved away from the camera a little more. I think you could see. Okay. I'm not even, but I'm going to work with what I have. Not even, but going to try. Okay. You're lying on your mat. Your 2 hip points, 2 hip bones, anterior, superior, iliac spine, those 2 bones right there. Think of a face of a clock. 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm going to do something to help align your pelvis, because sometimes you're a little hiked up more on one side than the other. We're going to first start with pelvic clock, which we do 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, numbers on a clock. 12 corresponds to your navel. 6 o'clock corresponds to your pubic bone. So what